Hello and what's up everybody, welcome to my channel. This channel is all about doing revision, so stay tuned, watch the video till the end. Kindly like, leave a comment, tell me which content you'd love me to do, and also subscribe to the channel. I'll be grateful. So today's revision is oral skills, and these questions are normally asked very much in the examination, so they are very common in the paper 1 exam. As we go through them, you're going to find out that maybe you can't, or it's very rare for you to miss 1 or 2 questions in paper 1. So let's begin. The aspects of etiquette used in a conversation. Now this is a very simple question. Aspects of etiquette are excuse me, pardon me, please, sorry, thank you, may I, kindly, I humbly request. Yeah, all those are aspects of etiquette. So question 2, which are the guidelines on preparation before a debate? So before you go to debate somewhere, you should first go do thorough research to get more content on the topic. So after you've done the research, make sure you make short notes on important points. Identify appropriate verbal and nonverbal cues you can use. I hope you know the verbal and nonverbal cues. We are going to look at that as we continue. Rehearse for mastery of content. Yeah, you should rehearse. If you don't have friends around, you can go to the mirror and rehearse what you're going to be doing in the debate. Then make sure you time yourself so that you cannot exceed the minutes that you're given, or you cannot maybe elaborate your points because of fearing that time is up. So make sure you time yourself. Dress smartly to build confidence. Yeah, whenever you dress smartly, it is very possible to build your confidence. You feel so confident. Question 3, what to do when delivering an oral report, speech, or oral narratives? So you are supposed to be, now this question is maybe you're making a speech, you are reporting something and it is oral. You are maybe narrating an oral narrative. What are you supposed to do? You should be audible so that everybody can hear you. You should articulate your words clearly. Use facial expressions. Tonal variation. Variate your voice. Use gestures and maintain eye contact. The reason why we maintain eye contact is so that you can see whether your audience is listening. Why we use gestures, some listeners in the audience love watching the gestures, so they will not get bored. So let's move on to question 4. Listening skills for effective listening. Which are these listening skills for effective listening so that you cannot sleep maybe when you are listening? Yeah, so what do you do? This question may be to elaborate further when you are listening to a speech, or when you are listening maybe to a teacher in class. Yeah, and it's just listening. What do you do so that you cannot get bored, so that you cannot sleep, so that you cannot get lost there in between? So what do? You take notes on important ideas. Whenever you do that, you're going to listen very carefully. Sit upright. Seek clarification where necessary. Pay attention. Maintain a good posture, for example, lean forward. So yeah, you maintain a good posture. For example, you can lean forward. Respond appropriately to questions asked. So before you respond to a question, make sure at least you think so that you can respond. Observe the speaker's use of nonverbal cues. So nonverbal cues are, for example, the gestures. So if the speaker is using gestures, make sure that you observe them. Facial expressions, they help a lot. Avoid distractions. Yeah, avoid getting distracted. Yeah, if you avoid that, then you are going to be an effective listener. Then maintain eye contact. Yeah, maintain eye contact so that you can know what the speaker is doing at a certain time. Now, the fifth one is appropriate conduct of an interview of an interviewee during an interview. Which is the appropriate conduct of an interviewee during an interview? Now, an interviewee is the person who is getting interviewed. What are you supposed to do? First, you should dress decently and smartly. Good grooming is good. It helps build your confidence. Then wait to be invited in the room. Don't just go and barge in the room. Wait for an invitation. Keep time. If you've been told it's 8 a.m., then be there at 8 a.m. It will help a lot in preparations. Be brief and precise while answering. Don't explain a lot. You should be brief. If you've been asked a question, go straight to the point and answer it. Be confident. Don't be shy. Be very confident as you answer the questions. Be audible. Let everybody hear what you are saying. Respond to questions promptly without too much thinking. Then use appropriate etiquette. If you should say thank you, then do it. May I? You do it. Kindly, pardon. That is what appropriate etiquette means. Then maintain eye contact. Question 6. What are the causes of fidgeting by audience? What causes the audience to fidget? So you as the speaker, you are giving a speech or you are narrating a story, then you see that your listeners are fidgeting. So what are those causes of fidgeting? Maybe you're using a lot of jargon, use of jargon. You have very difficult words that they are not understanding. Boredom. They are getting bored. Inaudibility. You are not audible enough. Nervousness. Yeah. Lack of understanding. They are nervous. They do not understand what you're saying. Lack of focus. Some are not focusing on what you're saying. If they are anxious, stressed, or excited. So maybe they are overexcited, maybe they are anxious, or maybe they are stressed. That is why they are fidgeting. Use of an unfamiliar language. Yeah, you're talking to old women and men and you're using a lot of English and maybe they do not understand. Yeah, so that could be a cause of them fidgeting. So we've said that there is use of jargon, very difficult words, boredom, inaudibility, nervousness, lack of understanding, lack of focus. If maybe they are anxious, stressed, or excited, and use of an unfamiliar language. So whenever you are addressing an audience, make sure that the language you're using is very familiar. So it's good to look at your audience. Know your audience. Don't be speaking to the young ones or the little children and you're using a lot of difficult language that they are not understanding. Don't be speaking to the youth and you're using the mother tongue. They're going to get bored. Then question 7, we have the ways of attracting the attention of the audience. Which are the ways of attracting attention of the audience? If you want the audience to all listen to you, what are you supposed to do? First, you create a rapport with the audience by greeting them. Yeah, begin with an attention capturing question or story, so that you can capture the audience and they all want to listen to you. Maintain eye contact with the audience. Be clear and precise. Be well groomed to avoid distractions of the audience. Yeah, be well groomed. If you're a lady, groom appropriately. If you are a man, also groom appropriately to avoid distracting your audience. Offer a humorous observation. So if there's something that you've observed and it's humorous, offer it. Share with your audience. Tell a story or share a personal experience. Yeah, as we all know, many people love listening to personal experiences. So whenever you start sharing a personal experience, everybody is going to maintain eye contact and listen. Ask thought-provoking questions. Yeah, always ask the thought-provoking questions so that the audience can get attracted. Next question, nonverbal cues used in communication. So nonverbal cues are instances where we do not have to use the spoken language. So there are things that we do, and as we are making speeches or as we are communicating, and they are the ones that are called nonverbal cues. So which ones are they? One is facial expressions. For example, frowning, yeah, smiling. All those are facial expressions. If you frown, then your audience is definitely going to know that there's something wrong. Gestures, pointing, waving, all those are gestures and they are nonverbal cues. Body language, yeah, your body language can tell a lot. For example, if you nod, if you smile, and many others. Eye contact, posture, body movement, for example, bending, bowing, dramatization. Yeah, for example, meaningful poses, pregnant poses, and acting out scenes. All those are nonverbal cues used in communication. What about the number 9, the verbal cues used in communication? Now, these ones are when you are speaking. For example, we have tonal variation, variating your voice, articulation of words clearly, voice projection, being audible, mimicry, and stress. All those are verbal cues used in communication. Hope you've gotten the differences between the verbal and the non-verbal cues examples. Then we move on to question 10. The various body languages used in oral communication. We have smiling, laughing, nodding, clapping, sitting posture, frowning, stamping of feet, waving, blinking, winking, handshaking, gazing, tapping your fingers, lip biting, crossing arms, and fidgeting. Now these ones are body languages. Some are positive and some are negative as they are used in communication. For example, fidgeting is a negative one. Smiling is a positive one. So sitting posture, if it's a good sitting posture, and then we have sitting postures that are not allowed in communication or as you're listening. So thank you for watching the video. You are sure that those questions that we have discussed, you cannot lack one in paper 1. So go through it and also do more research. Thank you for watching. Like the video, watch till the end, share to your friends, and subscribe. Also, always remember to leave a comment. Tell me which content you would appreciate if I do next. So till next time, goodbye. All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony. Left me with